default. And then let's see if I change this back. Will it work now? Oh yay! Okay. Well, that was weird. Okay. I think the problem with the sound was that I accidentally allowed Audacity to. I was testing stuff with Audacity before this, but I accidentally let Audacity take exclusive control, which meant that OBS couldn't take control of it. Oh well. Oops. That was my bad. Hello everyone, let's get this thing actually started. Why don't we? I have a thing of, I think this is just 30 pieces of origami. Yes, only 30 pieces of origami. So this will only last me, I'm only going to do 10 each day. So this will only last me 3 days. But the reason for that is that supposedly my order from Amazon is going to be delivered really soon. It better fucking be delivered. They said Thursday. I'm holding them to their word. So, hello there, Cyber. Let's get going then, shall we? There's quite a bit to talk about today. Today was one of those days where it's like not the best. I fed the cat already, so yeah. I fed the cat already, so no need to worry about the cat breaking my computer. Unless the other cat decides to do something stupid. Okay, so what should I talk about first? Something I saw on Twitter, something that's going around right now. Apparently some people are calling on immigrants to go on, I don't know, a day of no immigrants or something as they called it. Where they're basically calling on immigrants to not work. Which is, they're trying to make a point to Trump, but I don't know, I mean, what kind of message, is this going to help I don't see it. I mean, I can see why you would want to protest, but, like, I don't see how this particular protest is supposed to help anything. There are a lot of protests that I will, support. This one is not one of them. I understand the feeling, but, I mean, like, how exactly is this going to change anything? If you know what I mean? Okay, so that's just like something on the side. What else is there to talk about? The prospective Secretary for Labor, Andrew something or other. Andrew Puzder. I can't pronounce some European names. Anyway, Andrew Puzder, he withdrew. He is not going to be Secretary of Labor. I don't know who's going to replace him. I don't expect Trump to pick anyone better. If only the same opposition to Betsy DeVos was around. Anywho. So yeah, that's another interesting thing. Ooh, this one I can talk about for a little while. So, PewDiePie's kind of been in a little controversy as of late. I saw this news originally yesterday, but I didn't talk about it because the few articles I read about it were, like, stupid. So PewDiePie made some rather inappropriate and offensive jokes. Apparently he went to, like, this place where you can pay $5 for people to someone, and then they'll just make a video, and apparently they'll literally do almost anything. So PewDiePie paid these two Indian guys, who probably weren't that well versed in English, and then had them make a video where they held a sign going, "Death to all Jews." I hope you can see why people were angry. PewDiePie later said that this caused him to like lose a bunch of sponsors. Like I think Disney dropped him. Disney owns Maker Studios, which is why he's affiliated with Disney. Now some people are like screaming and saying this is a blatant attempt to censor PewDiePie. No, I think PewDiePie just made a stupid mistake, and now the consequences are going in. I'm not saying that what PewDiePie did was right or wrong. I think he says he was trying to make a point about how it's crazy it is that you can just go on a site and then ask people to do literally anything. Yeah, he did apologize for that. I don't hold it against him. First thing's done. I don't hold it against him. I think a lot of other people will not hold it against him either. It's just I think he just made he was trying to make a good point, if you ask me, in that it's so crazy these days that you can go on some sites and people will do apparently literally anything. That I think that's a good point to make, because that is kind of crazy. I think he just went about it the wrong way. It was a stupid mistake. I don't hate him for it. I kind of stopped watching PewDiePie's videos a long time ago. I was one of those people who watched him while he went back in the days when he did mostly gameplay videos. Nowadays he does I don't know what the fuck he's doing. It's just weird shit. But in any case, yeah, I don't hate him for what he did. Do I think he made a mistake? Yes, and I think he not only did he apologize, he did admit the jokes were offensive and not in good taste, and that's why he apologized for it. I think it's just because apparently the mainstream media went around with headlines about this. So I think that's just another example of, clickbait journalism, as I will call it. They just want to get all the clicks, and PewDiePie's name will get you all the clicks, and hates Jews will get you all the click. PewDiePie hates Jews will get you all of the clicks. So yeah, that's what the media ran with. I think it's stupid decisions were made on both sides of the aisle. At least PewDiePie apologized for what he did. I mean, that's really all I can say. I'm trying to delay because there's one story I want to talk about in depth, but I don't know how long I'd be able to talk about it. So what else is there? Hmm. What? Scientists who first harnessed the powerful gene editing technology known as CRISPR suffered a major defeat in their long-running quest to control the rights to its invention. So they lost a patent lawsuit. I mean, what's the specifics of the patent lawsuit? Feng Zhang made a claim. I'm not sure what exactly is going this here. I have mixed feelings about this patent though. CRISPR is such an advanced technology. For those of you who don't know what CRISPR is, it lets you edit genes, like literally edit genes. For the record, this is a mixed bag. I mean, you can use it for good, but you can also use it for bad. But in any case, CRISPR gene editing is now here. Probably an inevitable result of scientific progress, if you ask me. Be it good or not. And I'm not really sure I'm comfortable with the whole thing being patented, because so many other scientists will be able to do stuff with it if it's not patented. But at the same time, I can see why you would want to patent some stuff. I mean, that's big money right there. Oh well. I guess I should just get on with the main thing. So, this is a thing I saw on NHK News. So, yes, it does have to do with Japan. Okay, so number 2 done. So, you know how the executive order Trump made bans Syrian refugees indefinitely, yeah? While America is doing that, Japan is going in a completely different direction. What is that direction, you may ask? Oh, hold on one moment. That direction is actually quite simple. They've started the Japanese government, as of this year, started a new program. They are going to they're looking to admit Syrian refugees who are young adults and want to go to college in Japan. If you want to go to college in Japan, all you need to do is pass a few exams go through some interviews, and if some colleges in Japan accept you, you will be able to go to school in Japan. This is a new program that Japan made, just started this year, so they're going to be taking in more refugees. Admittedly, it's still a really small number. They said the goal is to only take in about 150 over the next 5 years. So it is really small, especially compared to what America and other countries are doing. But consider this: last year Japan only took in 28 refugees total, not just from Syria. That's total, also including places like Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and whatnot. Only 4 people from Syria were allowed in Japan that last year. Because Japan is very strict about who they let in, be it good or bad. But it seems the Japanese government is starting to look to letting more people in to the country. There are reasons why Japan might want to do this. There are reasons why people might argue against it. I think it's good that Japan's doing this, even as America walks away. The person who's in charge of JICA, the Japanese organization that's in charge of distributing foreign aid to other countries, said that this is an integral part of making sure that there isn't any more refugees. 第二段階の第二so the Japanese term シリアでは学業を途中で諦めたという難民が多い。第二段階の第二段階第2第3の難民を生まないためにも重要な取り組みだ。Oh no, only one person watching now. Sad face. I mean, it's really interesting that this is happening. I think it's great. Ooh, hello, two people again. Huzzah! Okay. Oh. Boop, boop, boop. And I just think it's really interesting that even Japan, a country that is kind of famous for not being exactly being friendly towards immigrants, is letting more Syrian refugees into their country. And yes, this is more, cause this program is a new program. So last year, those 28 refugees were let in without this program. More people will be let in because of this program. It's interesting some of the motivations of some of these people when they go to some of these Syrians when they go to Japan. Number 3 done. Excuse me for a moment. Hey, that's hot. So one lady, who in Syria, well, before the whole stuff with the civil war went down, had studied Japanese at college for 6 years, and then civil war happened. Said シリアには仕事もないので日本で日本語の勉強を続けたい. So she's saying there are no jobs in Syria, so I want to go to Japan and continue my studies in Japanese. Fair enough. I mean, if you want to learn the language, if you want to learn the Japanese language, there's no better place to go than to Japan. And another man, シリアの状況は大変です。第二次世界大戦後の日本の奇跡の復興を学び、将来シリアの復興に役立てたい. So, the current situation in Syria is serious. No shit, it's serious. But anyway, moving forward. Japan made a miraculous economic recovery after World War II. I want to learn about that and apply it to Syria. No, apply it to Syria's recovery. I mean, these are genuine motivations. Not to mention that some of these people, they might decide to live in Japan for all their lives, and Japan kind of needs people right now. I mean, their rapidly aging and shrinking population is kind of not exactly good for the budget. They need more young people who are willing to take up jobs and pay taxes. And I know some people are going to be like, but racial homogeneity. Fuck racial homogeneity. The economy demands it! Not enough people are coming. Are fucking. Well, that's part of the situation, but like, there are reasons why they're not fucking. To borrow that term. I mean, the work culture in Japan is kind of like, okay, let's just say you'd expect to work. You're expected to work. You're expected to work overtime. And then after you work overtime, you're expected to socialize with your coworkers and your boss. So by the time you get home, from work, it's really late at night. And so your whole life is work. You kind of don't have time for a family. Not to mention that some companies, in some workplaces, the idea of a mother who works and raises the child at the same time is not. There are some places and some companies in Japan that if a woman gets pregnant, they will expect her to become a housewife. I know that's that's a viewpoint from so long ago, and it makes Japan look so bad, but that's the way it is in some places, which is why a lot of women in Japan are just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm just gonna work. And if they're gonna get married and get a family, they have some pretty high standards. Although to be fair, a lot of other developed countries are having problems with the population getting older and not having enough babies. So yeah, it's an issue in Japan the government's trying to solve. I find it interesting. Have they're trying to get the Japanese economy to recover, and they're so far not very successful. I mean, they have moderate success. It is growing ever so slightly, but I think a lot of the recovery has been like so delayed, especially with Brexit. Oh my God, that hurt Japan. I know people from England. You might be thinking, how the hell could Brexit, a situation that happened in Europe and the UK in particular, affect Japan? The economy is interconnected. When Brexit happened, a lot of the inflation that the Japanese yen had achieved just like it went away in a matter of hours. Japan's stocks went down so fast that they actually had to temporarily halt trading in order to prevent a complete stock market crash. Or was that after Trump got elected? It may have been after Trump got elected that Japan had to do the emergency stops in the stock exchanges. But I do remember that the Japanese stocks went down the furthest that they had ever gone since the 2008 financial crisis, when Brexit happened. Prime Minister Abe has been struggling to get the Japanese economy to recover. And honestly, while he has a plan that is working only so slowly, it's not ideal. I wish the Japanese opposition would come up with a viable alternative. I haven't looked at their platform recently, so I don't know what their recent campaign promises are, but people were saying that people interviewed by, I think, the Japan Times a few years ago were saying that the opposition then didn't have much of a plan. I don't know if they have a better plan now. What else is there to talk about? Ooh, I just saw Star Trek. I'm sorry. Star Trek like headset helps the blind legally see again. Ooh. So are they talking about like Geordi's headset? Oh, I guess that it looks kind of like Geordi LaForge. The headset. He had the visor, as it's actually called. Yes, I know that shit. Don't judge me. Please turn autoplay off. So, Interesting. The eSight 3 has a camera that works in high resolution, displays optical prisms in the headset to restore sight to those with low vision. Interesting. Hmm. If this technology can become more widespread, that'd be cool. If it works, that is. I'm not sure. This prototype seems to work, but apparently this only benefits certain conditions. Macular degeneration and sight loss from diabetes complications are more likely to benefit rather than glaucoma. In these cases, damage to the retina can be greater than eSight can resolve. Hmm. It's good to see scientists are working on this. If they can make a better version. Although the only concern is, if this can help the blind see, and that's what it's being developed for right now, I'm willing to bet eventually they'll be able to make enhance normal eyesight. Wow, I feel lonely. Only one person watching, and that so far seems to be Cyber. Amazon Echo and Google Home could soon let you make calls. Oh god. Oh dear god, no. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like, if I don't know, the idea of Amazon Echo and Google Home has never really sat well with me to begin with. Cause I don't know about you, but like the idea of having a machine listen to me all the time, of just listening for a command to be given to it, that's fucking creepy to me. Sure, it might like make some things a lot easier, but this still is a hell of a lot creepy. Just think about this. I mean, sure, first of all, sure, Google might say that they're going to protect your privacy with all this information, but, like, they're a private corporation. I don't exactly trust private corporations all that much. I mean, I trust them, but I don't trust them I don't trust them to, you know, when they're listening into what's going on in my home at 24/7. That, I don't trust them then. And then, what if a hacker gets into it, and then, yeah, they can listen into everything happening that's creepy as fuck. Although they can probably do that already if they infect your computer with malware. I've heard of people, like, getting videos and photos of them posted on the internet after downloading downloading the wrong stuff from Reddit. That's why you should be very careful about what you download. No, not Reddit, from 4chan. Yes, 4chan. Yep. So, what else is there to talk about? I had an idea in my head just like right now, and then it just went away. Shit. You're just like, oh, you want an idea to talk about something? Here's something. Oh, no, it went out the other ear. Bye-bye. Damn it. 2, 4, 6. Winston Churchill's views on aliens revealed in Lost Essay. What? What? Say what? A newly unearthed essay of Winston Churchill reveals that he was open to the possibility of alien life on other planets. Okay, that's something interesting. Why is this on BBC and why is this news? Actually, no, I shouldn't question it. They got me to click on it after all. Ooh, let's check up on that bill. The, HR 669 and S200. I'ma start with HR 669. For those of you who don't know, that is the bills that are currently going through Congress that will put into law no first use policy for nuclear weapons, at least not without a declaration of war from Congress. It has 18 co-sponsors, and it looks like it is still sitting in the Foreign Affairs Committee. If it's sitting in the Foreign Affairs Committee in the House, I'm willing to bet it's still sitting in the Foreign Affairs Committee in the Senate. Yeah, looks like it's still in the Foreign Affairs Committee. Ooh, cat. Yes, for those of you who support the bill, please sign a petition. Petition link in the description. This should be at the very end. And call your congressmen and women. That is very important. That will probably do more than any petition. If I could, like, take out TV ads on this thing, I would, but I'm not fucking rich. I don't have that kind of money. I wish I had that kind of money, but I don't. TV ads, YouTube ads, all that kind of stuff. Oh. Why is that in the science section? That should be in the US politics section of my Google News feed. Whatever, apparently. some Republicans are looking to gut the Endangered Species Act. Ah, okay, so yes, Republicans are trying to say that the federal effort, the Endangered Species Act, encroaches on states' rights and is unfair to landowners and stymies efforts by mining companies to extract resources and create jobs. I don't think they realize the full environmental consequences of weakening this law. Said that in a bid to eliminate a lot of the red tape and bureaucratic burdens that are impeding our ability to create jobs. You're probably trying to help things like the mining industry. Yeah, encroaches, stymies efforts by mining companies. Mining has been on the decline, especially things like coal mining. Because coal just is not that efficient of a fuel source. Not to mention that it's pretty damn dirty. So yeah, that's not good. Considering the Republicans control both the Senate and the House, they could theoretically do something like this. And then they also have the presidency, so yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7. I would prefer if the Endangered Species Act is left as is. What else is there? Oh yeah, the dam evacuations have been lifted. People are starting to go back there. That's good. Oh, and this is a big one. So Trump recently had a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister, I think, Benjamin Netanyahu, and boy, Trump indicated that he is willing to buck so far the internationally accepted goal for the peace process, which is the two-state solution. That is to say, the idea is that there will be one independent Israeli Jewish state and another independent Palestinian Muslim state. And that they will be these two separate and independent and sovereign countries that will exist side by side in peace. This is so far what everyone in the international community has been going for, and considering one of the Palestinian demands is that they get their own country, not very surprising. If Trump abandons the two-state solution... Oh, hold on. Oh my fucking god. Okay. If Trump abandons the two-state solution, peace in the Israel-Palestine region is going to be a lot harder to achieve. Palestinians are already angry about the settlements that Israel's building. If they're denied nationhood, oh my god, and how the hell are you supposed to maintain a one-state solution? Palestinians and Israelis don't exactly get along that well. I mean, hopefully, because Trump said that he does want to, at least on the campaign trail, he said that a deal between the Israelis and Palestinians would be the ultimate deal. He said it's either a quote or something along the lines of what he said. I'm not sure which one, so yeah. People will look it up and correct me. So hopefully, Trump stays committed to getting peace between the Israelis and Palestinians. I don't see how it's going to work. I don't see how it's going to work in anything other than a two-state solution. I'm not exactly an expert on it, but somehow I don't think that if one of Palestine's fundamental demands is to become an independent country, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. Somehow I don't think they're gonna budge on one of their core demands. I like how the chat's gone completely silent. I really do depend on talking with people in the chat for this. So when A, I have nothing to talk about in the news, and B, the chat's not talking either. Ooh, that makes things difficult. Anyway, close that NHK link. Oh yeah, apparently, so the two suspects in the incident where Kim Jong Nam died. Kim Jong Nam, elder brother of Kim Jong Il, no Un, firstborn son of Kim Jong Il. Yeah, he died. Talked about this yesterday. Gonna cook chicken. Oh, okay. Okay, Cyber. Okay. I'll just wait a bit for him to come back since he's, I think, right now the only person watching this live. Hello! Okay, so the second subject in the death of Kim Jong Nam has been apprehended by Malaysian police. Both suspects has been apprehended. Now, I'm assuming the police investigation is going to continue. I hope they get to the bottom of this. The government of South Korea maintains that it was an assassination. I don't know. I don't know what it is, although judging by the way that Malaysian police is acting, it's clear that Kim Jong Nam was killed and did not die a natural death. Now, was he killed, and if he was he assassinated, and if he was assassinated, was it by Kim Jong Un's goons? I have no way of telling, so I will have to wait for the police reports. I wonder how South Korea knows that, or at least thinks they know, that Kim Jong Nam was assassinated. Okay. This is not exactly the best episode, is it? I just really wanted to talk about that thing today where Japan is taking in more young Syrian refugees who are interested in going to college in Japan. I think it's beautiful. It's good news that I wanted to share with everyone. It makes people feel good inside. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So just one more, then I'll finish. Hopefully, interested in the bed to help the population. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Wow. Wow, man. The thing with Japan is that the situation with the population will eventually get solved. Either by increasing immigration, or if you wait long enough, the death rate will go down because, well, all the old people will die. This is not a good thing to say. Oh my god, that came out wrong. That came out sounding horribly. But it's also true. If you wait long enough, the death rate and the birth rate will even out. The question is, can Japan's budget wait that long? I don't know if it can. Which is why Prime Minister Abe is trying to fix the budget right now. He's decreased the budget. I think in the last few years he's decreased the budget, although that may have changed. I haven't looked at the newest budget, so I'm not 100% sure. But he has decreased the deficit a bit in the past. Although he said his goal is to balance the budget by 2020. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. I think that's kind of a bit too optimistic. He still hasn't been able to he's one of the arrows, the metaphorical arrows of his plan, that is Abenomics, is to raise the sales tax to 10%. Right now it's at like 7.5%, 8%, somewhere around there. But that's been delayed because of slower than expected economic recovery. So yeah, that's a thing that's happening. I'm almost done with this screen, and then I shall call it a day, because I only bought one that has 30 in it, so I'm only expecting this to last long enough. And then once the rest of it comes, I'll be able to switch to that and never have to walk to the store again, unless I decide to fold another 1,000 cranes. Which I might, if Donald Trump doesn't, if American nuclear policy doesn't change, or this message doesn't get across. I might. I haven't decided if I'm going to stop after just 1,000. Where the fuck did everyone go? I don't know. That's exactly what I'm wondering. Gabriel? Milk? Miss Anime Girl? Anybody? The usual visitors? Raz? Anyone? I'm not actually gonna cry, but you know. You know what I mean though, yeah? And okay, and I guess I'll fold this side. And alright, counting 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I do not want to fold anymore because in case it doesn't come here tomorrow, or I'm not able to pick it up from the PO box tomorrow, or something else happens, I'd be able to go there either the day after tomorrow or Saturday. By Saturday I should be able to pick it up. If not, that'd be sad. That is assuming it arrives on time. It's going through UPS. I don't know how reliable they are. Anyway, please do like and share this if you enjoyed it, and do spread the word about that petition. Call your congressman, representative, congressman, congresswoman, representative, senator, whatever you want to call him, if you support it as well. And I will see you guys. Oh, and like and share this if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. See ya!